Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Vince Morris.
Keep it going for the only Jew in Hollywood that's struggling. Right there. Keep it going. Round of applause, too, for John. He's got cat pussy all over his face. Round of applause for John. You're putting the wrong pussy in your lap, sir. Why'd you look at her pussy, sir? You looked directly at her pussy when I said that. You was like... Meow. You guys, you know what? Relax. You better fucking relax. The sooner you guys realize I don't give a fuck, the better time you're gonna have. It doesn't matter. I'm in a good mood. You know why I'm in a good mood? Because nothing bothers me anymore. I've made a new life resolution to where I used to get mad, fly off the handle, especially off of stupidity and ignorance, but now I'm letting it go and I'm focused. But you know as well as I do, as soon as you make a commitment, focusing on something, God will test you. As soon as you make a commitment, as soon as you're like, all right, I promise, no more drinks. I'm going sober. Free shot! You're like, fuck! I got tested today. No, it wasn't a shot. No, don't, no. I got tested. Thank you, though. I will take one. No, I got tested today. I was at this Mexican restaurant today. My best friend, Open Latte Steve, calls me. He goes, where are you? I'm in a Mexican restaurant. I have a little margarita chilling out. Then he goes, man, is the Spanish different in Colorado than it is here in Ohio? I go, what did you just ask me? He goes, is the Spanish different in Colorado than it is here in Ohio? And I'm like, nah, you're still a puta in both states. There's no difference, right? And it was a long pause. He was like, yeah, you're probably right. I'm like, yeah, you need to brush up on your Spanish. I'm like, only God would send my best friend. I said, only God would send you Open Latte to test me. He's like, whatever, you know. I call him Open Latte, right? So he and I walked by a Starbucks one time. And all of a sudden, he was like, man, look at that sign. They got Open Latte. And I'm like, bruh, that's open late. That... You realize if you want a latte, you're gonna need an extra tea. He was like, I don't like tea, I like coffee. I'm like, you know what? That right there is that's one of my biggest pet peeves. When I hear people mispronounce words, I'm not talking about slang. Slang is different. Everybody has slang. Slang is universal. Slang is everywhere. How was the party? It's off the chain. All the baddies at the hizzy for shizzy. Even you, sir, you have slang, you know, mulligan. Slang. Look at the lady next to him. I think he knows who you are. Slang is different. Right, what I'm talking about is we have people just blatantly messing up and destroying the English language, and no one helps or says anything about it. Last week, this grown man was trying to buy batteries for like a retro radio, and the clerk was helping him. This clerk was like, excuse me, sir, what size batteries do you need? D's? And he was like, nah, those. I want them over there, damn it. A grown man said out loud, D-O-Z-E does. Some of y'all are laughing. And some of y'all looking at me like, well, did he get them? I mean, did he get those? Those ones are cheaper. Did he have a coupon? I don't know. Is that laziness or just ignorance? When you mispronounce the TH with the D instead of them, they, those, there, is that ignorance or laziness? What do you think that is? I'll take laziness. I'll take laziness. I'll give you laziness, but what I won't give you is when they turn the TH into the F sound. That's where I flip my lid. That's where I have to. When they turn the TH into the F sound, that's my best. That's open latte all day. I'm like, where you going this weekend? Oh, man, down south. You're going down south? Yeah, I'm going to visit my cousin Keith. He's an athlete. Hurt himself in the bathroom, broke his tooth. Both of them. He broke both his teepuses. Grown man broke both his teepuses, teepuses, plural T5. Can y'all hear me? I like this girl. Some of y'all are loving it. And some of y'all looking at me like both of those is fine. You know what? That's not even funny. That's just the truth. All right, well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe I learned differently. What is TH? What's TH together? What's the sound? Okay, cool. See, I'm not an English major. By no means do I think I'm better when it comes to the English language and vice versa. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that when it comes to the English language, especially here in America, God damn it, just try. Is that too much to ask? Just. I'm not a major of anything in my household. I get corrected every single day. Every single day I get reminded, you don't know what you're talking about. You're too old. You don't understand technology. So I get corrected. I forgot to mention, you guys are looking at the proud father of a teenage baby daughter. That's my best thing. Thank you very much. Proud father of a teenage. Thank you. You can't tell me. My chest is out. I got that glow, that daddy glow. What? And I'm excited too. Because this is the very, 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 very first child for me that I'm going to support. You know what I mean? Because my life is different. You know, y'all can go to hell. You know what? Forget y'all. I'm done with y'all. The black people knew I was joking. Thank you. This white guy was like, well, I wouldn't put that past him. I read somewhere they do that in their culture sometimes. Sometimes the father bird may leave the nest early prior to the hatching and then fly down to the corner nest for cigarettes and never flap his happy butt back to the nest. Nope. One and done. Thank you. I have my daughter on perp. I'm just trying to communicate with the younger generation because they don't pronounce the word fully. So they step it. They cut it off. I have my daughter on perp, y'all. It's no sus. I'm trying to fit in. I'm no cringe. I'm not capping. I don't even know. You know what the hell does that even mean? These young kids they don't know what they're talking about. Cap means, I guess it means you're lying. No cap means you're right. You're not lying. But where is the cap correlating? What does that come into play? He doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about. That's how crazy that it is. You know, it makes no sense. At least our slang made sense. At least the slang we had made sense. You know, if someone's lying back in the day, you know, no cap, but that's ridiculous. It's like you're talking shit. You're talking out of your ass. Right? Right? So here's my new one. If someone's talking out of ass, you know, they were like, oh man, I slept with 3 women. Be like, no diaper? I get all the girls, you diapering. No diaper? But you know, being a father is nice. Any other fathers like me, teenage daughters, anybody the same? God bless you, bro. How old is your daughter? 13, 18. How old is your, the 13, what's her name? What's your 13? Kara, round of applause for baby Kara right there. Thank you as much. You have a nickname for her? Monkey. Good night, folks. Does she like the nickname? Does she like that nickname? She does? Well, you know, here's the thing, though. At least, most kids hate the nicknames. Most kids do not understand. It is the unwritten law as a parent, right? That when you have a child, you have a government name for that child, and then you never call that name again. It's whatever name you can think of. That's what nicknames are all about. And even in the black community, we don't even know our real names because we have so many nicknames. That's how it is. Your mom was like, oh my God, we got to go to Harold's funeral this weekend. Harold? My brother, Uncle Junebug? At least your daughter loves her nickname. My daughter hates her nickname. My daughter's, her government name at birth is Aquafina Dasani Perrier. But I call her H2. Okay, y'all good, all right. Y'all get the joke. That same white guy's like, well, I wouldn't put that past him. You know what I mean? Maybe Aquapana or something like that. Aquafina, something like that. No, my daughter's named Abella, A-B-E-L-A. But I call her Bebop's a Bopsy Doodle. She hates it. She goes, Dad, I'm 15 years old. I'm not. I said, you're still Doodles. I'm becoming a grown woman. It doesn't matter. You're still Daddy's Bopsy Doodles. It doesn't matter. Until the day you die or until the day I die, you're going to be Doodles no matter what. Well, I don't like it. Listen, you can go down to the cemetery and look at the plots I bought. If you have enough money to change that headstone, it says, here lies Doodles. That's it. It's a done deal. Right, but you know what it is? It's like for me, I brag about my daughter. Everybody should brag. My daughter at 15 years old, she's a freshman in high school, swimming on the varsity team, booked her 5th play, 3.7 GPA, and she didn't get that from me. And she damn sure didn't get it from my mama, so don't get all... At one point, I thought about taking her mom to Maury. I was so confused. When it comes to 8-month-a-year-old doodle bops, you are not the mama. I told you! You ain't the mama. If y'all don't get this joke, just get the hell out. If y'all don't get this joke right, that's... Some of y'all overly thinking it. I brag about her every day. Every day I speak it into existence. She's the smartest I know. She's the most loving I know, caring. And inside, beautiful. Outside, listen, my daughter, no lie, from birth to now, my daughter is beyond beautiful. My daughter is frighteningly beautiful. She actually hurts other parents' feelings. That's not even a joke. Because every parent thinks their child is number one. Right? And let me preface this by saying, I do believe any child being born on this planet, that in and of itself is a beautiful gift from God. So don't you get that fused. Any child being born on this planet, that in and of itself is a beautiful gift from God. But some kids physically are not, and that's what you have to deal with. When you get caught off guard with some of these ugly-ass kids. I didn't know how that joke was going to land. The majority of y'all laugh. Some of y'all, you're not laughing. I understand. Beauty is beauty. Beauty is subjective, right? But ugly is recognizable. And you know what? I'm real talk. It's not the kid's fault. It's never the kid's fault. It's the parents' fault. The parents knew what they looked like when they got together. I look like this. You look like that. You want to make something out of this? But I'm sure your little monkey is very attractive, right? I can imagine you just walking into a crowded room. Where's my little monkey? Does it make her? Does she get like cringy a little bit? Like, no, Dad. She runs. You know what? Hey, it's the same thing. I do it to listen. My daughter is everything to me, right? So she's getting older. I give her a little space. Like, give you an example. A couple weeks ago, she got done with swimming. She's out there. I'm picking her up, right? She's in a circle, flapping her gums. That's all she does. So I text her. I'm here, Doodles. Right? I see her dig into her pocket and physically look at her phone, put her back in her pocket, and keep on flapping her gums. So I'm like, maybe I need to change my font. Yeah, all caps. I said it. So I get out. Doodles! Doodle bops! And the funny thing about it is she tries to play it off, but her best friend's like, Bella, your dad is calling you. You gotta go. Get your butt in this car. Wouldn't change anything for it. And actually, I don't know if you wanted a son or a daughter, but I always wanted a daughter. Never wanted a son. All my life, I used to always, all my friends were like, you don't want a daughter or a son? Especially open latte. You can teach him how to be a man. Really, I mean, I never wanted a son. Let me say, I used to pray when I was a young man. I'm like, God, when I become a father, please bring me a beautiful young baby girl to raise into a young woman. And one day, God was like, okay, Vince, deal with this. Are you smoking, God? You'll see. When changing, love her beyond the word love. You don't know the meaning of the word love until you become a parent. You know, you throw that word around, use a kid. I love fishing, I love hiking, whatever. But when you become a parent, you can't even describe what that is. And to relate that to her, she doesn't understand it. My main objective as a father, right, of my daughter is to be the best educator I can be, best provider I can be, protector, and also not have my daughter date me 20 years ago. Does that make sense? Because game recognizes game. If I see a 20-year-old version of myself come to pick my daughter up for a date, I'm going to kill myself in the third first person. Whatever that. It's going to be a double entendre, triple suicide, single murder. I mean, that's every father's fear, is for his daughter to date him when he was in the 20s. I don't know how you guys roll, but, you know, my 20s and 30s, I mean, I've been around. I've done a lot of things I'm not proud of, and 2 things I deserve trophies for. That's all I'm saying. For you new kids, that night everybody was a winner, so don't worry about that. Everybody got a trophy that night. They came in first. He has no idea what the hell I'm talking about. His girl's like, oh, I still love you. I still love you. But seriously, that's every, are you ready for your daughters to date? Are you teaching them? Do you even prepare them? What do you say? What's the best information you give? You text them? You have to text her. You don't talk to her? You know what? Put that phone down and yell at these kids. What is wrong with you parents? How in the hell are you going to text your daughter in the same house? Honey, your father wants you to come to the living room. Daddy, I'm right here in the living room. But here's the thing. thing. I want to be a protective father, but I don't want to be one of those smother dads. I want to give my daughter freedom to make mistakes, but let her know the consequences. But I don't want to be one of those smother dads that's too strict. Because every man in this room has dated a girl who's had a super strict dad. And those were like the best dates ever. So I don't want to be that. I'm finally getting to her. You know, I always tell her, you know, look both ways when you go to the mall. You know, make sure there's not the same person in different department stores because they might be following you. When you go out to the parking lot, if there's only 2 cars there, yours is one, don't get in there. Call me. You know how you talk to these teenagers. It goes in one ear and right out. Literally no diaper. So I'm talking to her. But I'm finally reaching her. She came home from school, first week of freshman week. She goes, Daddy, we had a police officer in our class today, and he said some interesting things. I'm like, oh, really, Bobs? She goes, he said that, she started telling me, and then she started telling me everything that I've always told her, but I have to act like this is the first time I heard it. So I'm sitting there like, wow. He said that, what? Situational awareness? That's smart. But then she goes, Daddy, you know, women are abducted at a higher rate sometimes in major cities because of the turnpikes because they can get away easier and faster. I'm like, okay. Then he also said to us, he goes, the person you need to look out for is the person who claims to be your best friend or a family member. And I'm like, thank you, God. She goes, Daddy, if somebody messes with me and you knew them, would you call the cops? And I'm like, eventually. I tell you people like I tell my therapist, this is real talk. If you mess with my daughter, I will have no problems shoving a grown man butt-ass naked through a wood chipper. I mean, he's not naked, I'm naked. That's how relaxed. This lady's shaking her like, no. Absolutely. You mess with my daughter, you're getting chipped out. There's no rhyme or reason. You mess with the kid, you chipped out. My daughter's like, you can't put somebody to a wood chipper. I go, yes, I can. Yes, I would if they mess with you. What if you go to jail? I go, I'll happily stand in front of a judge in an orange jumpsuit, like, which way, Your Honor? This way or that way? Because, it's crazy, man, because she went on her first dance. It was freshman. The whole thing was gold. She went to Forever 21. I gave her some money. She got a little gold dress. And man, it came down to her knees. She had little wet shoes on, hair, nails done. And then we were running late. So every cliche you've ever heard was coming out my stomach. I was a knot. She's like, Daddy, hurry up, take a picture, we're running late. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get it. She goes, take a picture so I can send it to my friends. I'm like, all right, move over to your right. She goes, you don't know anything about technology. You have an Android phone. I got this, Bops. I said, don't even look at the picture. I'm gonna take this picture, I'm gonna send it to you. Just send it to your friends so they know we're on our way. Okay, don't even look at it. So I took the picture and I sent it to her. And she looks down her phone, she goes, I can't send this. Because I had her move over to the point to where when I finally took the picture, she was standing in front of our gun safe. I'm like, go ahead, take that picture. Gentleman coming up after me. He's gonna rock the house. Follow me at Vince Morris Comedy on Instagram. I'll be posting everything from Open Bar. Ron's my dude. Also, too, in addition, I think Ron may have some things afterwards. Where you going, sir? You're ducking, but you're the same height. It doesn't make any sense. So, real quick, I have afterwards, Ron will be selling his merchandise. I'll be selling my merchandise at the end of the exit. When you're at the exit, at the end of the ramp, I'll be there. I have something which is near and dear to my heart. I have my own company I started 20 years ago. My company is called USA 100. USA, the number 100. And I started my company 20 years ago because for several years in a row, I was privileged to fly all over this world, entertaining our men and women in the armed forces in places like Iraq, Afghanistan, Kuwait, Germany, Japan, right? And when I came back to this country, I saw people supporting the war, or our troops, or our country, with like big old American flag t-shirts that say anything like, God bless America, no more war, save a life. And whatever your point of view is, I'm patriotic as hell. I don't care if you're left wing, right wing. I don't give a shit if you don't eat chicken wings, as long as you try to be a decent human being. Because I am an army brat. My father was a marksman in the Korean War. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yes. Absolutely. My dad, he was in the first one, not this big one that's coming up. He was in the jump off. But listen. So when I would see Americans rocking a flag shirt, naturally I got excited. But the tag that shirt was always made overseas, unfortunately, like everything else we have in the country, more specifically China. I'm done with the China stuff. It was funny in the 80s, but it's beyond serious. You realize we're the best nation in the world. But every single day, we're becoming more China's bitch, and the shit is getting scary. And when I found out 20 years ago that China was making U.S. American flags, I flipped my lid. That's literally an oxymoron. A freedom flag been made in the communist countries. So check this out, y'all. I designed my own American flag t-shirt to go along with my company, and I have what has become one of the hottest selling American flag t-shirts in our country for the last 18 years, because I guarantee you, this is the only American flag that proudly displays where it is not from with pride. And if you guys want me to show right there, it is not made in China. It is not made in or around China. Be proud of where it's not made. And I have every size imaginable, range from anorexia all the way up to damn, I got you covered. USA 100 Apparel is the website. We have a lot of merchandise. My team, I'm proud of them. We have all types of stuff. I got the hats for this year, New Year. I got camo. We got red, white, and blue with the not made in China embroidered patch. I walk the walk, I talk the talk. I will never waver from what I started 20 years ago. I only deal with an American-based company. And I'm contract one. This is called Bayside. This is a small American company, no middleman. When I say American, top to bottom, not made by a 3-year-old overseas for 30 cents a year. That's illegal and inhumane. This shit is made right here in America for once, goddammit, the way shit should be. On American soil, the way shit should be. By honest, hard-working Mexicans. I love you. I gotta go. I'm out. Peace.
Vince Morris, ladies and gentlemen.